All right, friends, are we ready to head back?
I
All right, thanks for joining us, friends. So thanks for taking that break with us. We are halfway through our adventure this week as we are in church, looking for something that may have been attacking parts of the congregation. So we traveled up to Maine. We met the Reverend. We met a youth named Freddie, and we just found out some stuff about the lights in the sanctuary. And as we entered the fellowship hall, where another of the victims was found, we were met by a gun wielding detective named Ali Gator. So she is there, and y'all look like you've got some splaining to do.
Wait,
Um,
we have some splaining to do.
You're the one who pulled a gun on us. Oh, by the way, my name is Echo. It's really nice to meet you.
James.
She will flash her badge and she'll say, I'm Detective Allie. I'm on this case, and I have a question for the man in the red vest over here who thought it was okay to just go traipsing through our active crime scene.
Go. Carmen, I think she's colorblind. Is she talking to you?
No, sir, I'm talking to you.
You say traipsing. I was merely walking by. I didn't know. I was just outside and had to get inside. We came back. We didn't touch anything. I promise.
Well,
we were hired to work on this case too.
I watched you come out of this room into the cemetery, passing the crime scene, and then walk again back into this room, knowing that there was a crime scene.
Now,
and now you've come back again.
Detective,
what are you people doing here?
Detective, I'm going to be honest. When I got to the cemetery from the sanctuary, I wasn't entirely sure I came through this room. So, makes sense as to why you're confused. But I didn't mean to do anything wrong. But we're here to help you now. High five.
Look,
I'm gonna elbow him in the ribs and go, I wouldn't talk to her. She's having she has a gun pointed at us. Can you not?
As you say that, she will holster her gun. We're under a lot of pressure here right now. This case is big, and we want to make sure that we're handling it with care. Can you please tell me why you're here in this room?
We were hired by the pastor to come check this out.
You were hired by the pastor to do my job.
Yes.
Well, not so much your job, because I'm sure that you do the evidence thing and the sciencey thing, and your perpetrators are human and they do wrong things.
I'm sorry, you said human. You're thinking this is some kind of animal?
Your words, not mine.
And what makes you think that?
It's kind of our specialty. We kind of look outside the box or bubble, whatever you live in.
All right. Well, maybe we should talk to the Reverend then about this.
So, well, you saw what Mason looked like. I mean, what have you ever seen that could make somebody look like that?
I don't know. That's why this case is taking us so long. It seems like there's definitely something at play, but we haven't been able to find a murder weapon. We haven't been able to find a connection between the victims, other than that they work, or that they frequently meet here,
and that they're all sinners. Echo's not very smooth with this. They're all troublemakers, or at least that's what we've heard.
In certain people's eyes.
Yeah, apparently this community, it's all one set of eyes.
I, I I admit that they weren't perfect, but it sounds like you've seen photos. Nobody really deserved what's happening.
We didn't say that either.
Have you heard any weird voices?
I haven't like in life.
Like while you're here?
Yes,
like,
in
the
life.
church?
Well, I'm talking to an ice cream man right now, so
You got to work about that.
Who like threatened you with a scoop? Yeah, I get it. It's a little weird, but like, have you heard any voices while investigating here?
I haven't heard any voices. I'm finding this conversation strange, and I still don't know that you should be here. Maybe we should talk to the Reverend and make sure that everything's okay.
Sure.
Let's go.
Let's go see Mr. Teeth.
Great. You will, as you head back, you will find that the door is now shut to the office. Oh, and I'm so sorry. As you exit the room, the fellowship hall, less formal than the sanctuary, kind of taupe walls. Like I said, the circle of folding chairs was still out from where the meeting was happening. Caution tape kind of around where the body would have been. Not too much to say other than, there are a few someone give me an investigate the mystery roll.
Don't want me to do it.
Someone who hasn't failed it twice.
Somebody must be sharper than us.
Success.
Yay.
Okay, cool. So James, as you're exiting this room, you notice a small statue of the Madonna and Child.
The Madonna.
I mean,
Yes, doing Vogue as she does. No,
Here's my baby.
of the Virgin Mary with
Yeah.
yes, she's made up
the
her
baby
mind.
Jesus.
She did, in fact, keep the baby.
Oh no, I'm getting in trouble. I can feel it.
Like a Virgin Mary.
Oh,
So
YouTube is
would
gonna
you
at
say,
me.
Will, would you say that you were in an awful mess and you don't mean maybe?
I don't mean maybe.
Just remember,
Like a little prayer.
parts of this can be possibly edited.
And can be.
Yes. So you see this statue as you're exiting. It seems a little more ornate than the rest of the decor in this room.
How big did you say it was?
It's maybe 2 feet, maybe a little bit less than 2 feet, kind of sitting on one of the folding tables that's in there. Maybe it once was in a different room and it was set there.
I just kind of clock this as we head out.
You were
Is that what you
never
said?
yeah, you were never in the office, right?
No, I never did.
This is in the office.
No, this is in the fellowship hall as you leave.
Oh, correct. I was not in the office.
Well, Lena, as you are exiting the fellowship hall, will you give me an act under pressure roll?
Oh, I will do my best. Remind me where it is.
I am sorry, it is just a cool roll.
Thank you. I'm not cool.
A 5. Mark that experience, though.
What's that?
As in the depths of your mind, you hear a dark, deep voice whisper, witchcraft. And you will take 1 harm. You notice that Onyx kind of raises his haunches and his hair stands up a little bit.
Oh, I meant to ask this about the harm. Do we start over?
Yes, yeah. Enough time has gone by that you can
Thank you.
heal yourself.
Cool.
But
Thanks.
that is an interesting question, though. When they're taking harm, like what exactly is happening that's causing the harm to them? Is it like?
I would
I
say
assumed
it's
mine was like a headache.
yeah, it's
Oh,
like a almost
a-
a migraine kind of level of
okay.
for a moment all of your senses go a little bit numb and you just feel this kind of intense pressure in your mind.
Lena's gonna go ahead and like scarf down 2 ho-hos.
Sure.
She doesn't know what's going on, but like it's gonna temporarily fill that space till she can deal with it.
I think we're all just gluttons in this group, actually.
Saturated fats ward off evil. I thought everybody knew that.
Yeah, food does ward off a lot of evil.
As you try and open that door to the office, you will find that it is locked now, if I did not already mention that. And behind you, you will hear a, let's say, shrillish kind of voice. And you will turn to see someone that you have not seen yet. And I will now show you Shelby Norvell.
Madonna.
Let me know when you see her.
It's Galinda.
So this is Shelby. And she is fine with seeing the 4 of you, but not so happy to be seeing Ali Gator. Now, Ali, we told you that you're more than welcome here whenever you want, but you have to find one of us first.
Why?
Well, hi, my name is Shelby. I'm the wife of the Reverend. Allie here has been very thorough in her investigation, and frankly, she's getting in the way of the things that we're doing here.
What kind of things are you still doing here?
Well, I mean, we still have all of the events that we normally have. This is a major hub for the community. We have to still provide the same services. Otherwise, certain people can't eat without our help. Certain people don't get the mental care that they need. Not to mention our services and the daycare that we have for the kids.
So how is she hindering?
This is the only place in town.
This is it? Really?
It is. Well, it's one of the only places. We're a small town, and we take care of the people that we can.
Except for those who get murdered. Okay, next. So
Except for
Shelby,
the sinners.
Yeah, and the sinners. So Shelby, you don't like Allie because she's just getting in the way? Allie's still there, right?
Yeah, Allie is still next to you. And I don't mind Allie as a person, and I don't mind that she's doing her job. I just wish she would do it faster, and I wish that, she wouldn't, barge in on us while we're trying to conduct our business. Not business,
You
what I
heard it
mean.
here first, folks. Let's work faster because we don't do that.
Look, we've already
Deal?
got 3 dead people. We don't want a 4th.
Oh,
And Miss Allie is not getting us any closer to a solution.
Okay, Lena is
Allie, what have you
very
found?
like, she's like, oh no, there's confrontation coming. And
Yeah.
she's like gonna step back and let Onyx out of her bag and just like sit there and pet him for a little bit.
Sure. As you let Onyx out of the bag, Onyx will take a moment to observe the sanctuary door, and then will bolt in the opposite direction of the sanctuary.
Great. Well, I'm going after him because I can't lose him.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Why don't you roll a d4 for me, Lena? We'll decide where Onyx goes.
D4. I rolled a 2.
Cool. So with a 2, Onyx heads back towards a room that you've already been in, where you met Frankie or Freddie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
Is Freddie no longer in that room?
No, Freddie's still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Onyx has kind of curled into Freddie's lap and is just kind of purring there softly.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pick up a pair of scissors and just kind of silently help him because I don't think he'll mind.
Sure. You've already been in this room once, right? When we started.
Yes.
Why don't you give me an investigate the mystery?
Okay.
And I'm sorry, you can add 2 to this roll because you've already been in the office and in the fellowship hall. Cool.
Whoa.
That is an 11. That's a success, super success. So
Oh, cool.
I will say with an 11, you are able to see in this room where you do not remember seeing it before. There is a small statue of the Madonna and Child.
Just sitting there.
Mhm.
Okay. That was in the. I'm gonna look at Onyx.
And you do remember that this is pretty identical to the statue that you saw in the office. You did not see it in the fellowship
Right.
hall, so.
But it was in the office before.
Or something very similar to it. Yeah.
Can I ask? Freddie's the kid, right? And Paul.
Yeah.
Can I ask if Paul came by here?
Yeah, I think I saw Paul exit through the front door. Maybe 10 minutes ago. You probably just missed him.
Okay, cool.
If you're looking though for somebody in charge, Shelby is somewhere around here. She's the Reverend's wife. She knows probably just as much as Paul does.
Yeah, now I met her.
A little intense.
That's an understatement. Yeah. Oh, and the detective is here, so that's why I'm here.
Oh yeah, they don't always see eye to eye, the detective and Shelby.
Yeah, I got that.
Well, if you're not doing anything else, and he'll hold up a pair of scissors.
She'll take them.
He will smile at that, and you guys can do that.
Cool.
What's going on outside of our sanctuary?
The door is still locked to his office, right?
It is.
Can I roll tough to try to break it down or to break it open?
Right in front of them.
Yeah, just be like, oops, bam.
Sure.
Okay, but like, doesn't the wife have a key? Sorry, I'm not even in that room, but
Well,
like,
Shelby probably does have a key, though. I don't know that she's gonna let us.
I was just gonna like tell her I left my bag in there or something.
Oh,
But no, that's fine. Go break down the door.
Well, there is actually a move you could try to manipulate her into opening the door.
So a 6 on
Or-
a tough is a failure. What does this look like as you fail to open a door?
Kind of
I'm
hysterical.
gonna
I hope-
say I want to try to look super cool and like just kick it like all the cops do in the shows, but I'm like 2 inches too far to the right and just like kick the wall instead.
Cool. So you kind of make a
And I'm
fool
just
of
like-
yourself.
Sorry,
I'm
he
like,
does
"Oh,
that
I wish we could
sometimes.
just figure this out."
Yeah. Shelby, watching you pretty much put a hole in the drywall, will roll her eyes and produce a set of keys and open the door for you and gesture for whomever wants to enter.
My lady.
Oh. Carmine just kind of rolls his eyes and and sort of stalks in, like, okay, well, now we're in the office. What are we doing?
I just watched a ice cream man just
I
kicking a
know.
wall at a church.
That was like a
Um,
really. I feel like you should be telling us about your childhood now.
Yeah, I know. What the heck, man?
I mean,
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just had the giggles over that. I don't know why. So did we notice anything different in the office?
Nothing too different. You know, all of the books are still there. I will say the roll top desk is now closed. So you don't have access to all of that paperwork immediately. And that's where the statue was. So you don't know if it's still in there or not. But all of the other kind of accoutrements are out there. You still see the rosary, you still see the Star of David, you still see, you know, all of the stuff in those shadow boxes.
Yeah, I couldn't see a lot the first time.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't in here the first time,
Right. So this
but I
is
can
your
see
first time.
the stuff hanging up now. Can I use like there's little descriptions of like under each thing?
Sure.
Okay, I was just gonna say I want to just read each thing to see if I can get any information about any of it. But if it's just basic stuff, then it's not.
Yeah, I mean it's all you know, just different kind of religious symbols, and you know, that nothing is off based on your knowledge of religion. Nothing seems, you know, apart from the fact that, you know, there's a rosary in a non-Catholic church, there's a Star of David, and you know, in a Christian place there. It just seems to be religious iconography of all kind of faiths, but nothing is wrong, nothing is mislabeled, nothing is like voodoo or any of the kind of stuff that you would think of as traditionally anti-Christian.
Cool.
Or like anti-religious.
hey, hey, Shelby. Hi, I'm Carmine. I didn't say that earlier. But hi.
Pleasure.
I have a question. Who was it runs the AA program here?
Oh, her name is Stephanie. She hasn't been back since that incident.
Understandably so.
Yeah, and you'll hear Allie kind of pipe into, yeah, she's no longer a person of interest. You know, there've been two
Sure.
cases since, and she hasn't been around.
Okay. And do you know anything about what can you tell me about this Mason fella who was killed?
You know, sweet man. He was good at heart. You know, we had a small problem once where he took something that didn't belong to him. It belonged to the Lord, but you know, that was kind of rectified, and that was almost 3 years ago now. So it's all in the past, and that's really about all I know about him. I would assume that, you know, he also might have enjoyed alcohol if he was found at the AA meeting, but I don't attend those, so I don't know who else is there.
Where's your husband at? Where'd he go?
I would assume he went home to start dinner. She'll check, the clock that's in the room. It's nearing 5:30 now.
Allie's in here with us too, right?
Yep.
I kind of go over to Allie and I'm like, all right, can you tell us what you've found so far?
Sure. We found a bunch of dead bodies, and we have kind of been looking into the people in the congregation. There's not really anybody that stands out. We have kind of hit dead end after dead end. We don't know how they died. We don't know who's doing it. We don't know why it's happening.
And then did we, again, this is my first time in here. Can I turn to, I guess James doesn't know. Never mind.
Okay.
I guess I'll go back, and I don't think James noticed the statue in the sanctuary is where that was.
I don't know that
But
anybody
the
actually
one
has
in the
seen
fellowship
there.
hall?
Yeah.
So you noticed it in the fellowship hall. You haven't been in the sanctuary yet. Carmine's the only one who's been in there.
Gotcha.
I thought I
Gotcha.
had sort of had
I
everybody
thought
else
we
go in.
were.
I would had everybody in there to show them the amazing light show.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
but I don't
So
remember there being a statue.
Yeah.
if you all entered there, I will say that you would have seen a similar statue.
Okay.
There.
Oh, I see.
I'm sorry. I thought you were watching from the threshold of the door. Also, as Lena and Echo would have entered, those lights would have shifted even more into a darker yellow, into an amber-ish color.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, let's retroactively put that information.
That's okay.
That's good information to have, though.
So could
I
we
want to for sure
bring
check
them
out
in
the
there?
statue.
You want to what?
Oh, I was just gonna ask if we could probably bring in the Reverend's wife. Sorry, I just lost her name. It's right there, Shelby. To have her come in to the sanctuary, and just since we already know that we triggered the lights, just to see if I don't know,
If she
sees that the
triggers
lights.
them?
Yeah.
If she triggers them, or if maybe they notice that we're triggering them and be like, "Whoa, what's up with the lights?" or something. I don't know.
Sure.
Probably sounds dumb.
No, if we're gonna do that, that's cool. Give me a marching order for that.
What does I do?
Well, I'm sorry. Who wants to go into the sanctuary first?
Oh, I'll go.
Okay. So as you go, the lights kind of turn a darker. They start super bright white, and they'll darken into a little bit darker than you saw when it was just Carmine. Who is next?
We make Shelby go next.
Sure. Shelby's happy to go. She will, as she passes the threshold, the lights will turn a little bit brighter. They'll get a little bit more clear, and it'll be a little bit more white.
What about
not quite back to full, but yeah. Or anybody else want to walk in?
The detective should.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd be interested to see what Allie does.
Yeah, as Allie walks in, it immediately reverts back to the super bright white.
Huh.
Interesting.
Very.
Did they see the light?
I'll go next.
Change.
James, as you enter, it kind of dips back down.
Shelby and Carmine will follow into the room and just be like, so what's you see this, right? And kind of gesturing toward the chandeliers. Something's up with your wiring up in here?
So, and as Carmine, I assume you're walking into the sanctuary then too. As you do, the lights will dip again into that kind of amber-ish color. Shelby will say, we've been having some problems. We've had the electricians in. It kind of seems like every time that the congregation comes in for a service, it flickers a little bit or changes a little bit. And then, by the time everybody's seated, it kind of mellows out for the service until everybody leaves. And then it kind of does this flickering again until they're all gone. As you enter to Carmine, if you glance back, and anybody who's been in this room before, you'll see that statue is now sitting up on the table that's kind of up at the pulpit.
Wait, was it there before?
It was there. So you've seen this statue in this sanctuary before on that pulpit table.
But that's just that's like such a Catholic. That's like Catholic iconography. That's not really COC kind of stuff.
And as that happens,
I want to look at the statue.
Cool. As we pan over to Lena, she'll be cutting some stuff out of construction paper, and there will be a crash behind her. Lena, if you look to that, you will see a clattering collection plate there, and there is no longer a statue there.
Oh, crap. Thank you so much for letting me chill here with you, but I'm gonna take my cat and I need to catch up with my friends.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for your help. I'm actually almost done. Maybe I'll get to that trig homework after all.
Good luck with that. Math was never my thing.
Sure. Do you want me to come with you? It seems like you're in distress.
I mean, sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
And he will follow you to. Do you know where you're going?
I'm gonna go, I don't know, in like the direction of the last place I saw people.
Sure. Yeah, that would be towards the office anyway. So that's where that confrontation happened, and you'll inevitably see the sanctuary doors open.
Cool.
Carmine, as you're looking at this statue, nothing seems super off. One of the eyes is a different color than the other eye of Mary here. But that's kind of the only thing that you see. It's kind of like a yellowish color.
So wait, so you said the eyes, one of the eyes is yellow?
That's correct. Yeah, it's almost like it's too light to be a brass, but it's almost like maybe even like a chartreuse kind of color. Like it's also translucent, so it's maybe jeweled. You don't know.
That is such a. Hey Shelby, can you tell me about this? Or what can you tell me about this?
Oh, this statue. It's like everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I can never find it when I want to. I think Paul likes to move it around actually. I think that he likes to move it from place to place because it'll be in his office one day and then it'll be, in the cemetery the next, and just no one ever knows where to find it when we need it.
Why would he move the statue?
I think he thinks it's funny. It's almost like a religious practical joke.
There's no such thing.
Well, I agree with you, but clearly Paul doesn't.
Okay.
She will pick it up and she will start walking it towards the sanctuary door. And that's probably at the time that Lena makes it there. Lena, as you cross into the sanctuary, you see the lights dip even further, like almost completely out. And then as Freddie comes through the doorway as well, the lights flash back up as red.
I'm guessing that's not normal.
Oh, Freddie.
Oh, no.
And as that happens, you see that the statue,
we always fall for the bad boys.
it starts growing and shifting itself into what you can now see is the monster.
Oh.
The statue
did this as Freddie walked in?
Yes, the statue in Shelby's hands starts growing and morphing. You see these wings stick out. You see horns fall, cloven hooves, and very long fingernails.
Told you it was after sinners.
How is Shelby reacting right now? Because
Shelby lets out a scream that I cannot let out, as will. Yes, we'll say that it kind of rips a little bit of her dress, and she kind of recoils as this now stands between you and the entrance to the sanctuary.
Well,
let's kill it.
Well,
stand back. Echo's gonna yell at like the Shelby and the detective.
Or I will say, Echo, since you cannot be frightened or you cannot be startled, I will let you go first if there's something you want to do.
I want to punch this thing in the face, which I know isn't the most practical thing, but that is what Echo would like to do.
Sure. Give me a kick some ass roll, which is tough. Cool, mixed success. I'm assuming that you're using your brass knuckles for this.
Yeah.
Cool. As you go to swing at this, and remind me, I think that's 2 harm.
Yes.
Cool. So as you go to swing at this, I'll say that you get like a nice uppercut into the mouth of this gargoyle. You notice that it does not seem phased at all by this hit. Something is going on with it where it's got some toughness to it. And because it's not a full success, I'm going to say it also breaks the brass knuckles.
Ooh.
Yeah, as you smack into it, the brass knuckles almost they shatter. They don't hurt you, but you don't have that. You don't have that anymore.
Okay. Guys, just be careful. This one's real tough.
Cool.
Fortunately for it, I speak tough. So yeah, Carmine is gonna step in and um, he's not so much trying to do harm to it as interfere with it, attacking anybody else. He's basically he's trying to tank.
Okay.
Like, so it's to he's trying to protect everybody else and see if maybe he can give them an opportunity to strike at the gargoyle.
Sure. I will let you decide if it sounds like you don't want to inflict harm. So
I mean, if it does, it does. But yeah, I think I'm lending, like, my goal here is more to um is just more to make sure that it's just to keep its attention on me
cool.
rather than worrying about I figure everybody else can make it say ouch. If I can keep it focused on me, then nobody else gets hurt.
Sure. Why don't you give me a help out roll
Sure.
instead of kick some ass? So that's a cool roll.
Yeah. That's the thing. Where did it go? Here we are. He said help out as a cool. That's not so good.
So it didn't work out for you. You can mark that experience.
He's not going to be of much use, but he is in the way, which is nice. That's fun.
Yep. And with that, why don't you also make me an act under pressure roll?
No, that's also going to be cool, though, isn't it?
I believe so. Yep.
That one is a 7, a mixed success.
Cool. So the gargoyle at this point will reach out with his long fingernails and kind of scrape across your chest. You are going to take 1 harm, ignore armor.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that you still have that feat that you won't take anything from.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't. It's not an armor thing. It's just a.
So kind of scrapes you across the chest, but you are unfazed by it.
Actually, he's very angry because it's probably done terrible things to the state of his suit.
Yeah, I would say your suit did not fare as well from that. So, cool. That is your go. We've got Lena. We've got James.
So Lena's actually watching what James is doing because that's when this gargoyle kind of like came to life, is when he came in behind me, because I know that it had nothing
Oh,
really.
you mean
Freddy.
Freddy.
Yeah, Freddy, sorry.
Okay. Yep. You can
I was
keep
like,
an eye.
you can watch me if you want.
Getting a little eerie, actually.
Lena's just gonna stand there and stare at people. Just kidding.
Cool. Freddy is gonna try and be a hero here. He is going to run into the gargoyle with both of those pairs of pretty sharp scissors, and kind of go for it.
Freddy is not a thinker.
Yes, Freddy watches the scissors snap.
Rock beat scissors, Freddy.
Yeah, he didn't know, so he stabs into this gargoyle, and the scissors immediately both snap. The gargoyle will throw him off.
The gargoyle is no longer in Shelby's hands, right?
That is correct. Yeah, okay. Shelby kind of recoiled away as she. Okay. Shelby is hiding behind a pew. Okay. And Freddy has now been thrown kind of across the sanctuary floor, off of the gargoyle, and he took a pretty decent hit. He's not looking too great.
No.
Of
I gotta get to him.
The exact thing I was trying to have not happen.
Well,
Is that my?
Mhm.
Is that me next?
Yep, you and Lena.
Oh, Lena, what were you gonna do?
Oh, you're on mute, Liz.
I wanted to know what he was doing. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Um. Okay, I'm gonna try a hex on him.
Sure. I think that's a weird roll for you.
Yep.
Okay.
7, mixed success.
Sure. So let me know what you want to do additionally to out of that list of things that you can do with a hex.
So, so it says the target breaks something precious or important. Can we break off like one of its parts?
With that roll, I will say it can
Or
lose.
crack or something?
Yeah, it can lose a finger, or you can do a crack around one of its wrists.
Let's do a crack around the wrist.
Okay, great. It did not like that. And as you use that magic with a mixed success, tell me what the magic looks like.
So this one's actually green, and it kind of looks like it go like almost like sparks kind of flies at it, and like that's where it cracks on the wrist.
Sounds good. And as those green sparks happen around its wrist, they also happen around your wrist. And you are going to take 1 harm as well.
Awesome. Okay.
Cool. And that gives us James. You're up.
Cool. I'm going to channel the old ice cream scoop. See what I can get out of that. That is a 7.
Cool.
So I just have to roll that d6 to see what kind hits, right? Ooh, yeah, that one is a hot fudge blast.
So that's fire.
I am not cleaning this up.
So it's 4 harm.
Okay.
But because it's below a 10, it does catch on fire.
Okay.
Like fire can spread.
Cool. So as it hits, as this fudge hits into this gargoyle, a little bit of stuff happens to it, and you see some flames kind of pick up around it, not as much as you would expect. So it happened for sure, but to varying levels of success. With your mixed success, he is going to flap his wings here. You're gonna take 1 harm as a pew kind of flies into you, and you're going to be knocked prone. So you're on the ground, and the fire will go out from the wings and the wind there. Cool. And now we're back to whoever wants a spot. Shelby at this point will take a moment to try and sneak past this gargoyle and run through the church. And she will succeed. As she runs past, the gargoyle sees her and does not care as she exits the sanctuary.
That's good.
Yeah, you can hear her say, "Follow me."
Yeah, no.
Did she take the did she take Freddy with her?
No, she did not take Freddy with her.
Yeah. Now Freddy got.
I was gonna say
Freddy's kind of flown away.
I wanted I in whichever order that's fine, but I was just gonna go over and
Go ahead.
and help him with what's the this the first aid thing.
Sure. I think you have first aid equipment. You also have DIY surgery, which is
maybe that's what I was thinking of. That could go bad.
It can go bad. So you can roll that if you want. That's a cool roll.
Okay.
And I think your cool is 0. So
it is 0.
Best of luck.
Yeah, I just know that she really wants to save him.
Sure.
And she knows that she can't beat this thing, so. Oh. Okay, so cool roll. Oh my god.
Mixed success.
I got a mixed success. Holy crap.
Yeah, so that is a 7. So you didn't quite make the 10 for the highest rank there, but on a 7 to 9, it counts as normal first aid. So
oops, sorry.
That's okay. Do you see the other options available to you there?
It doesn't. That's why I was clicking that arrow, hoping it would show me. But it doesn't. So
Gotcha. So you either get to stabilize the injury or heal an additional harm. So they either get 2 harm back or they heal 1 harm and are stabilized. I will say that they are unstable right now, being thrown across the room.
Then I would say stabilize 1 harm.
Cool. He's feeling a lot better.
I'm gonna tell him to get out of here.
And he will listen. He will run towards the back of the sanctuary, knowing that there is another exit from the church there. He will not quite make it out this round, but at least he's on his way. Because you did not roll a full success, the gargoyle is going to come after you as you're doing it.
Bring it.
Why don't you give me an act under pressure roll, which is a cool roll.
Sure.
Gosh, you guys need to stop succeeding on the cool gargoyle stuff.
I'll let you know when I start succeeding on the cool gargoyle stuff.
So you are going to take 1 harm. It's going to ignore any armor that you have as it slashes out with its 1 hand. Yeah, so that happens, but you're gonna ignore the bad stuff from it, and that crack is gonna get a little bit bigger on his wrist as he slashes down on you.
Nice.
Cool.
Carmine would like to grab hold of the gargoyle, and as I get punching, it's not going to help. Biting, it's really not going to help. So maybe just sort of grab it and just try to bring it into aggressive contact with the floor. Like to maybe knock it against the floor, since I figure the floor is probably like stone or concrete. So
sure, give me kick some ass.
Yeah, just gonna grab him and do that. And oh my gosh, stop that! Sorry, Zoom is interfering with my Roll20 experience. There we go. And he rolls weird instead of tough when he kicks ass, which is helpful. Being a bit of a monster.
Success. Cool.
Oh,
You
yeah,
slam.
very palpable 10.
You slam that gargoyle right into the ground.
Yes.
Tell me what it looks like.
He like Carmine literally like he slips in and kind of like hooks his arm around underneath the gargoyle's arm and just sort of does this and forces its head down into the ground.
Cool. Yep.
At speed.
The head into the ground. The head goes, and we will say with that. Do you know how many harm that is? What is your base harm?
I need to get back to that.
I want to say it's like 3 for the bite.
I don't recall. Well, yeah, but he's not actually doing a bite. He's just.
I'm willing to call it the same thing. You're using
sure,
the 4.
If you want to do that. Yeah, I mean, it is 3. It's intimate harm. I'll give it that. So
yeah.
Yeah, so that would be that would just be 3 harm.
Cool. Doesn't hurt quite as much as you expect it to.
Well,
but,
I mean, he is rock.
Yeah. But you do see that the tip of his horn snaps. And he'll kind of let out a roar. He's not happy about that.
So now on a oh, sorry, I'm gonna be weird for a second. Let's see. So and actually because I got a 10 plus, is there an extra effect that I get to? There's an extra effect that comes with that. I see. I would like to be able to. One of the things that you can do if you roll like a 10 plus on kick some ass is you can force them where you want them.
Yep.
I want that. I want the gargoyle to be like on the ground and not able to get at anybody else. Like,
Sure.
I need to. Yeah. I don't want him to be able to keep.
Yeah, like he's grappled to the ground.
Yeah.
We'll say he's restrained for this round. At least this round, but yeah, he's definitely not going anywhere right now. And because you rolled a 10 plus, he is not able to attack you back. So, cool. A very good move. Incapacitating him for a round. Cool. Who is next?
From my prone position, I want to take out my phone, snap a picture of this creature, and text it to Penny.
Easy enough.
And then just like send a quick text. It's like anything you have on this.
Sure. You can send that off this round, and you start seeing the ... reply.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try my big whammy.
Sure. I don't think we've seen it yet.
You have not. And that is a 10.
Woo!
All successes.
You will now.
So we're not learning much, but my gosh, it's going well.
So we roll weird instead of tough.
Kick ass first, ask questions later.
Sure. So we've got 2 harm. That's magic. It's close. It's obvious. Yeah. Tell me what it looks like.
So she's been like kind of circling it, like looking at everyone else, like seeing what they're doing. And now that he's like pinned in one position, like she can actually like focus all of her magic into that one space. And this is actually purple. But it's just like this big flash, like, sorry if it kind of blinds people for half a second. But it just kind of like puts cracks all over him, if that's
Sure.
what that's allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. It can make big cracks throughout. As it moves down into that hand will completely crack off. So now it's only got one hand. It's now covered in like purple luminescent cracks here. Very not happy. And as you do this, I'm going to let you also invoke your sight ability.
Awesome.
So in your head, as you make contact with this creature, you see an image of a book that you've seen before.
In the office?
It was being held by the Reverend.
Oh, fantastic. Can I take a move action to go?
You can start heading that way, sure.
Yeah,
but
okay.
let's say you don't quite make it out of the sanctuary yet.
That's fine. Cool.
Cool. Echo, anything that, you helped Freddie out this round, right?
Yeah, that was incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're back. Yeah, we've got Allie Couture will take out her little gun. Pop.
No.
It's gonna do nothing to this creature.
Race cause 10 kinds of hell if she hits me.
Yeah. Nothing happens as that makes contact with the gargoyle. You do see that the right eye of this creature glows bright yellow. And you can see in there a sphere that's kind of in the hollow of the eye.
Shiny stone.
Yeah, Penny's gonna love this. Oh,
An infinity stone.
Well, she gets to see your pictures, so she will have a lot to say about it, I bet.
Cool. Anybody have any? Who's next?
Does Penny text back at all yet?
Sure. We can say Penny. Penny texts you back. It says, "Gargoyle. Period. Find what's tying it to this plane. Period. Burn it. Period. That should help."
Cool. James doesn't know. James hasn't seen the book. So I will just I'll stand up and I'll just yell, burn whatever's tying this to this plane.
Where did Lena go?
I'm on it.
Wait, are you going all the way to the Reverend's house?
No, I was going to check the office first.
So Lena, you can make it out of the sanctuary and to the office. Why don't you give me? I don't know. Investigate the mystery. Sure, that seems to be the catch-all. For when I don't know what to have you roll.
That's a 9, mixed success.
Cool. With Shelby's help, who is in this room, you are able to deduce that it's not on any bookshelves and it's probably in the roll top desk if it's here. She's been trying to do the same thing that you're doing right now. So yeah, she'll look at you and she'll say, I don't know what this is, but I think it has something to do with my husband found a book. He's been writing sermons in it. He's
been obsessed. Yeah. Yeah, that's usually how that goes. Do you have like a screwdriver or something?
I got this, and she'll take out the keys to like a Nissan Rogue.
That was nature's own screwdriver. All right.
And she will help you try and pry this open. Not this round, but maybe next.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Apart from that, I'm just gonna keep. I don't know. I'm gonna keep wrestling with the gargoyle, and it seemed to work out good.
Can I help with that somehow? Like, I don't know. Can the gargoyle break free at all?
It can try.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to encourage it.
No, I mean, I think that's a good idea to either help out. I'm just trying to think of what that looks like. That's just what is.
I imagine Echo after making sure Freddy is okay, looking around the room. She's going to turn to the detective and just, get out of here now. And probably kind of also tackle on top of the gargoyle. I don't know where you're holding him.
Well, Carmine's been just kind of they're sort of on the ground, and Carmine's just sort of been bashing it against the floor.
Okay,
Sure.
well, I'll just join you in bashing it against the floor then.
Why don't you roll help out for me, which is a cool roll.
Crap. Okay. I might fail this. This is what happens when I try to be helpful.
Well,
Oh, hey, it was kind of helpful. I was mixed in my helpfulness.
Okay, so Carmine, you will get a +1 to. We're gonna do an opposed tough. For you, it'll be weird. For me, it'll be tough.
Okay.
So that's your 2d6 plus your weird +1.
Right. A little weird with 1 forward. That could have been better.
That's okay, because I rolled a 4.
Oh,
so you are successful in keeping him on the ground. With the mixed success, he is going to be able to kind of slash out at you. Give me a what is it called? Roll a act under pressure roll.
Sure. No, it's going to be a cool.
Cool. So
that's a 9 mixed success.
Awesome. With that, you're not going to take any damage this time, but as it scrapes into you, it's going to release a memory inside of you that you've been trying to keep dormant for a real long time, about the first time that you chowed down on something that you probably shouldn't have. I will let you decide what that is and how that looks to you, but that memory comes scraping through your through the front of your mind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, as long as I can keep hold of him, that's about all I care about right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think that goes back to Lena then.
Do it.
Cool. Give me a tough roll.
Why tough? Oh, good. A 9, mixed success.
Nice.
Awesome.
That's with a -1 as my tough, so like.
That's pretty good.
Adrenaline is running.
And Shelby got an 11.
Oh,
so combined, you are able to break. You see a purple surge again through your hands, give you the strength to kind of break into this roll top desk.
Yeah.
Shelby kind of smashing it with her key to assist. It kind of shatters the top of this roll top, but I don't think either of you were looking to do this with any kind of finesse.
Well, if it was an antique, it's definitely worthless now.
In there, you see a whole bunch of papers. The papers that you do see, there are names scribbled all across them. There are circles around the names that are already deceased. You see Freddie's name kind of written out along with fire next to it. And then you see a book, and the book is open. It's a King James Bible. In the margins are people's names next to a Leviticus verse. Some of the names you recognize.
Can I snatch that up before Shelby does?
Yeah, she's not going to stop you from doing anything in this room.
I was gonna say, not that I don't not trust her, but like, it is her husband.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. So So I have the book. I think I'm gonna take it. I don't know if I want to try to do it by myself. I don't know. Can I hold my action?
Sure. Yeah, you see that that Shelby will start rifling through her purse, and she will pull out a like a disposable lighter. Not like a Zippo. She's not that cool, but but
Freddie would have had a Zippo.
yeah, she's got a lighter, and she'll just say, I used to smoke. I tried to get rid of it, but things have been a little tense the last few weeks. So
Yeah, no
This
judgment.
is not the time.
Yeah,
No
not the
judgment.
time.
Is there a trash can around? Like one of those wire trash cans? Okay. That's gonna be my first go-to, I guess,
sure.
to try it.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll to set. Are you trying to set the book on fire? I assume. Okay.
Yes.
I won't make you
Roll
roll.
charm to catch the book on fire.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's not hard to set a book on fire if you have a book and a lighter. So
You don't know what spells are protecting it, so like.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. We'll say that is your turn. And there's a book on fire. Cool. The gargoyle is going to thrash around at that. You start to see the purple kind of turn red. Carmine, can you give me another opposed weird versus tough?
Sure. This is turning out to be a very colorful episode.
I did roll a 3, so I think you automatically succeed because you have a +3.
I am unsure, but I'm totally gonna pretend.
No, that's
Oh, yeah,
okay.
that was a 6. Yeah. that
Cool.
ended up not being all that great.
So so you still managed to keep it there, which is great. Give me another act under pressure roll.
Right. This is where I'm gonna. Well, I forgot. There's an 8. It's a mixed success.
A mixed success is not enough because of your failure in the last. So you're gonna go ahead and take 3 harm.
Okay.
From this slash, mostly because this gargoyle is now starting to become molten as it's slashing at you.
Yeah, that's not nice.
And this actually inflicts harm on you. Am I right when I say that? You'll actually take harm.
Oh
from
yes,
this.
yeah. He basically takes 1 less, so he will have taken a pretty good zorch to the abdominal region. Yeah.
Okay.
He's got 2 harm on him now.
And as you see it, where you would expect to see blood, it's automatically starting to petrify. You see that the area around this incision has started to turn to stone.
Ah.
But the monster is still underneath you, and it's not going anywhere, writhing in pain.
Wait, who was poisoned last time?
I don't recall who was poisoned.
I
think it was.
The little boy was poisoned.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Carmine was poisoned, but I think I stopped it.
I was supposed to have been or something. Yeah, I don't recall.
Okay.
I got better.
Okay.
Are you sure you're not still poisoned?
To my knowledge, yeah. I mean, unless there was something that James should be telling us about that ice cream.
Cool. So yep, we've got that. James, are you doing anything, or Echo, you doing anything?
So is Carmine still like on top, like near the gargoyle? Like if I hit this gargoyle with magic, he would.
You have a pretty good idea.
idea.
Unless you roll real high, he'd probably get hit.
And
Interesting.
but honestly, I mean, he's basically immortal, right? More or less. theoretically.
I will try to rush past to get to the office also.
Sure. Okay. I'll say you can make it into the office if you're only trying to move. The gargoyle isn't in the way anymore. You can make it there, but not be able to do anything else.
Cool.
Allie will. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Echo, you can go.
Oh, you're fine. I was just gonna say, I know, Echo knows this is kind of futile, but can she like just swing her baseball bat down on it?
Sure.
Like on its head.
Give me a kick some ass roll.
Kick some ass. Where does it say that? Like, what is?
It is a tough roll.
Oh, okay.
All the details are on the little there's like a moves. There are 2 reference sheets, and that has all of those have all of that stuff on.
Oh, okay. There it goes. Oof.
So you can mark that experience as your baseball bat cracks in half.
Ooh.
On the tail of this gargoyle. It starts to cinder a little bit too as this gargoyle is starting to get toasty. Cool. I think that's everybody. So we'll wrap around to Lena as this book is burning. Is there anything else that you're doing?
Just making sure that it's burning.
Sure.
Wait, where's Onyx? Like he's in my bag and like he's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just making sure that it's burning.
Sure.
And listening for screams of agonizing pain from my team members.
Yeah, I will tell you that as you're watching this book, the front of it kind of starts to peel away, and this was not a Bible after all. So we're not burning the Bible here on the Untold Stories Project. This
I'm
was
actually kind of glad we said that. That really
yeah. So this is not that. As it kind of burns away, and the pages that you can kind of see in there as they cinder, the language kind of shifts. If you want to give me a weird roll to try and figure out what kind of book this was.
Yeah, I got a 10.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to succeed on that.
Sorry.
I don't have an answer, but it is it is a magic book of sorts.
How to succeed in business without really trying.
Yeah. I was like, she won't. But then you did. So it is a book. It is a magic book that was tied to the statue. I guess you can read. And you get the sense that by destroying this book, you're destroying the gargoyle too. And you can't see it, but everyone in the sanctuary can see as this gargoyle now crumbles to bits and kind of melts away into the floor, leaving behind kind of no trace of it. And the fire in the office kind of puts itself out as the book continues to be destroyed. So all that is left is a shiny little orb in the center of the room, bright yellow, where the gargoyle's eye used to be.
Hey, guys, look what I found.
So there's nothing left of the book?
I mean, there's the cinders that are left, and kind of like, I mean, it's still like a chunk of, imagine like a Skyrim burnt book.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take it and put it in my bag.
Sure.
Like, obviously not smoldering, but
yeah, easy enough to do. As you put it in, Onyx will hop out of that bag and wants nothing to do with anything that's in there while it's there.
I don't blame him.
And it's easy enough to do. As all of that happens, you find that both Shelby and Allie get a little lightheaded and kind of fall to the ground. after a moment or two, they will wake up, not remembering what's going on.
Lucky them.
Yeah.
Freddy. Does he remember?
Carmine, you'll
Yeah.
take another just one harm.
Okay.
And this is going to start spreading through your chest. And you find a lot of fatigue and heaviness. It is something that will need attention, but it is not going to spread any further than this right now.
I need to. We need to see Penny anyway.
Sure. Cool. So just because we're at 10 now, I'm going to do a little bit of yada yada for us as we move to everything is complete here. We were able to stop the monster. Nobody knows anything. Penny will tell you that whatever kind of magic it was that was keeping this gargoyle alive, upon its destruction, everybody forgets about what was causing the destruction. She will say that an unfortunate side effect is that it erases the memories of all of the deceased as well. So no one will remember Mason, Gerald, or Marie.
That's so sad.
That makes
Yeah,
me sad.
including their families. It's as if they weren't ever here.
Can I say I left a note for Shelby that said, "Arrest your husband"?
Sure. Yeah, you can do that.
Set up
Will
little
he know why,
memorials.
though? I don't know that they'll know why. I don't know that they'll know who left that note. I don't know. But yeah, you can leave it.
Your
Step in the right direction.
sketchy.
And I leave memorials for the people that don't exist anymore.
Sure. Yeah, so all of that happens. We're able to travel back to New York without incident. And you'll get this time $3,000 each from the Hesses. I'm assuming that we picked up that rock, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, Carmine.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will let you choose what you do with it, but we'll probably pick up with that at the start of the next episode. So yeah, that'll kind of conclude where we are with this episode. We'll do the end of session stuff off of screen so that we don't take up everybody else's time. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining us. Everybody want to say their names and who they are and all of that one more time?
Sure. I'm Liz. I played Lena, and we'll see you next week.
I'm Andy. No, not that one. I still hide from everybody on social media, but I'm on the Discord, so that's fun. And I play Carmine, and it was fun. Had fun.
My name is Sabi. I'm an artist who is a pug enthusiast, and I'm sure you could enjoy the stream of just watching me eat or get pug cuddles. I'm pretty sure that's what I did majority of the stream. Anyways, I hope you all have a good night.
And my name is Dallas. I play James Barbara. You can find me on YouTube or on Spotify at The Dallas Show.
Cool. And again, I'm Will. I'm here at USB, so you can see me all of the time, doing lots of fun different things. Just a few announcement kind of things. We've got on Friday a new episode of Something Something Dragons, our awesome Pathfinder podcast, as well as a new episode of Storyforge, which is really exciting. If you missed the one on Monster of the Week, it's out. And I think this one is Blue Rose that's happening because we're starting that pretty soon. So the one that you're going to see is on the age system and will be on 5e, but it'll give you a pretty good idea of that world, which is really cool. Then again, on Mondays, we've got Nether War with Alex as the GM there. And Tuesday, we're going to wrap up the Carcosa Carnival with Bridget returning to end that journey with Liz and I and the rest of the team as we slowly go mad. So join us for that too. Until then, stay safe, be awesome to everybody, and we look forward to seeing you next week for more of the Penrose Triangle.
From the Triangle Squad, yo.
I feel like we need